Test, 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 test. Not working. Test, test, test.
There we go.
Let's test. Good evening. Thank you all for joining us today for our City Council meeting. This is the last one for the month of May. We appreciate you all being here. As always, you can follow along with the agenda by utilizing the QR codes on the glass door of the rotunda. We will start with an opening prayer to be led by Bishop Harvey B. of the Winning Church, and then followed by a Pledge of Allegiance by Engineer Katie Peterman with the Warner Robins Fire Department.
Shall we stand
All
in
right,
prayer?
I will ask if everyone will please stand.
Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, your wisdom, and unity as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion. Allow us to grow closer as a group and nurture the bonds of our community. Fill us with your guidance, Lord God, as decisions are made that might affect this entire city and beyond. And continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth, for the greater glory of you, and for the service of humanity. Lord, thank you for Mayor Patrick, the City Council, and leaders at every level in our city. Give them grace to bring truth, justice, and stability to our region. Give them power to do what is right and to rule in fairness. May our community be known for its justice, its fairness, and its uprightness. And Lord, today is a great day, and tomorrow will be even greater. We ask these in your name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. All right, we have to do our photos, guys. Bishop and Engineer Peterman, if you will join us for a photo with council and I. All right, I now officially call today's meeting to order. I will first request an adoption of the agenda with a change in executive session, removing personnel, and a change to item number 5, which is to be covered by Councilman Bibb and Councilman Mack's absence.
Mayor, I move to adopt the agenda with removal of personnel from executive session, and then on number 5, replacing Councilman Bibb with Councilman Mack.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Motion by Councilman Lawrenson, seconded by Councilman Bibb. All in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Motion carries. All right, now we've made it to proclamations, awards, and presentations. And we have recognition for retirement, another recognition for, in memorial of one of our own canines, and awards for employees, and then a proclamation for Public Works Week. So I'm going to ask Miss Melanie Byer to come forward for the retirement, and I will join you at the podium. All right, so the first retiree we want to recognize is our very own Greg Langston, who is a member of Animal Control for the Warner Robins Police Department, and he has served 36 years for the city. So let's give it up for him. Before I give this to you, I do want to say Mr. Langston has been a very influential part of the city of Warner Robins. Though I've only known him for 3 years, 5 months and counting, he made an impression on my life, and not just at work. So thank you, Mr. Langston, for your passion and service, for you to love doing what you do and to care for those animals and for your team. It really does mean a lot. And I wish I had more time to work with you. We talked about some things we want to do together. So I regret we won't be able to do that together, but I know that you're going to be happy and do what makes you the happiest in your retired years, you and your lovely wife. So we wish you the best, but please know you have a friend in me. You have a friend in council, and you have a friend in the city of Warner Robins, and we're so proud of all the work that you've done here, and it really does mean a lot. So thank you. And a heartfelt thanks for a job well done. In your years of service, April 3rd, 1989 to May 15th, 2025, from Mayor and Council. Thank you, Mr. Langston. And this is a little something that can go in a, it may not jingle, but it could fold and it could spin. So that's for you. Thank you. Do you want to say any words? You can go to the podium if you want to.
I just want to thank everybody for the years, the last 36 years in Warnaco. I met this mayor. She's a great woman, great mayor, and everybody loves her. The council and everybody, we love you. Appreciate it. Mandy and Miss Julia, we love you. We appreciate y'all. Alicia, keep her straight, okay? Love you.
We gotta get a photo. We're gonna get a photo. Can you get a photo without council? Okay, let's get a photo. Can we get a photo? I'm not going back up yet. All right, so next up, we have a recognition for a member of Warner Robins City Government and the Warner Robins Police Department. We were supposed to do this as a retirement today, but our precious Argo, who is a K-9, and yes, K-9 are considered personnel for the city of Warner Robins. They are a part of our police department, and we treat them as such. But he had his last call last week, so he wasn't able to be here for us to love on him and give him a retirement ceremony. And the seniors had a program celebrating his retirement they had planned for him as well. So we regret that we're not able to see him in person and send him off the way we send our canines off when they retire. But I do want to ask if his handler, Detective Casey Lambert, will come up, and Chief Fisher as well, so we can present something to Detective Lambert. And Detective Lambert, if you'd like to say any words, you're able to do that as well. Okay. So I'm going to come over, Detective, and present you with this in recognition of your canine who brought you many years of happiness and joy and laughter, and also share a photo so others can see who Argo is and who he was and what he meant. And these will both be for you to take home. But thank you for your service for the Warner Robins Police Department. Thank you for taking care of our canine, your canine, loving him and keeping him safe as he keeps us safe and as he kept us safe. So I know this is maybe not be a happy occasion for you, considering we're supposed to be celebrating his retirement, but we do want to acknowledge him and also thank you for all that you have done for our canine. So let's love on Officer Lambert as I hand this over to him. So you guys clap. Thank you.
So over the past 8 years, first I'd like to give thanks to God, because it's God that brought the two of us together. God knew the situations that over the past almost 9 years that I would face, and he gave me Argo to help keep me safe. Thanks to Chief Fisher. He was the one that at the time that I applied for this position trusted me enough to be his handler and trusted me with Argo. Support from my wife, the guys in the back, other members of the unit, thank them for their support. But one thing I have to say about Argo is if you ever met him, he truly loved people. Even though a lot of people have a lot of bad opinions about police canines, I will say one thing about Argo: he never met a stranger. People were afraid of him because he loved to bark, he loved to be known, he loved everybody to know that he was there. But one thing about it, he loved people. He truly, truly did. He truly loved coming and serving the citizens, protecting y'all, keeping y'all safe. The only person in that car that loved to come to work more than me was him. And he let me know it every day. Every day, he would run to that door, and you could see the smile on his face. You could see the joy that it brought to him to come to work each and every day. And that's the side of our police canines that people don't get to see. You know, they don't get to see the love of the job, the dedication that they give. They don't get to see the hours behind closed doors. They don't get to see that. You know, I told people the other day, you know, me being a believer in God's word tells us our greatest commandment is to first and foremost love each other as he first loved us. That is the greatest commandment of all. And if that applied to animals, it applied to him. He set that example of what true love was. He loved me. He loved my wife. He loved people. He loved kids. He loved being around kids. He loved whoever he came in contact with. He truly, truly loved them. Again, I just want to thank Chief Fisher, Mayor, Council, members of the unit, citizens, whoever. Thank you for trusting me the past 9 years as a canine handler. It truly meant a lot. He put a lot of bad guys in jail, and a lot of bad guys in jail for a really long time. But the greatest honor that I ever got was being able to find missing kids, missing and endangered kids. And the one story that I would love to share, we got called out to Quail Run Elementary almost 3 hours after this kid goes missing, which for German Shepherds is very unheard of because they're not notoriously good trackers. But I was able to find a book bag for this kid, put it down in the middle of the field, and use this book bag and track this kid down through the woods. And we were spot on. He was spot on. All the way up to the point in time that the kid actually hid from him. And he was coming back to him, and the kid decided he'd had enough and walked out to one of our officers. But it's moments, memories like that that will stick with me for a lifetime above anything else that he ever done. He truly loved people. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to bring you Argo, the true side of Argo, not the sitting in the back of my car when I'm at your house and barking and shaking the car like an earthquake, you know, because that's what people see. They see the fear. But these dogs truly love people. They truly, truly do. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's give it up for our entire canine unit. All of them watch after our canines, so thank you. All right, so next up is awards for Employee Service Awards, and Miss Melanie Byer will take care of that for us.
All right. Good evening. We have one Employee Service Award this evening, and it's pretty significant. Miss Jessica Gazaway is a projects coordinator with our Convention and Visitors Bureau with our General Admin Department with 35 years of service.
Congratulations, Ms. Jessica, for your 35 years of service and dedication to the city of Warner Robins. You've done a number of things in this building and outside of this building, but we're very happy and grateful for your love and working for the city of Warner Robins. So here is your service award, and here is your bling. You get 2 dimes to show that you have reached a very significant milestone. So thank you for being part of the team. So the family, please come forward for a photo. If you don't come, they're going to escort you up.
Oh, there we go.
Congratulations, Ms. Jessica. Yeah, so much. You're so sweet.
Oh. All right, so now we're going to do a proclamation for Public Works Week. So will the Public Works team please come forward as I read this proclamation and then present it to you. All right, so here is a small portion of our Public Works team. These are some of the movers and shakers that do the work around the city, and we're very grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. And I know everybody's face, and I've done some work with some of you. And if Mr. Drinker lets me, I'll do some more work this week with some of you. All right, so proclamation for Public Works Week. And that is May the 19th through the 23rd, 2025. Whereas Public Works professionals focus on infrastructure, facilities, and services that are vital to the sustainable and resilient functioning of our city and community, ensuring reliable stormwater systems, safe roadways and signage, dependable support for city departments, emergency response capabilities, underline, and well-maintained public spaces. And whereas these services could not be provided without the dedicated efforts of Public Works professionals, technicians, administrators, and operations staff who plan, build, manage, and operate the public infrastructure that supports our quality of life. And whereas the theme of this year's National Public Works Week is People, Purpose, Presence, which highlights the indispensable contributions of Public Works to our everyday lives and the ways that shape and strengthen our communities. And whereas the quality and effectiveness of the services provided in our community, as well as their planning, design, and implementation, are vitally dependent on the expertise and commitment of Public Works professionals. And whereas It is in the public interest to recognize the contributions of public works professionals and to promote understanding of their essential role in improving and sustaining our daily lives. And now therefore be it proclaimed by myself on behalf of City Council, the citizens of our great city, do hereby proclaim the week of May 19th through the 23rd, 2025 as Public Works Week in our city. I urge all citizens to recognize the important contributions made each day by our public works professionals and to extend appreciation for their hard work and dedication. So if you'll please give it up as we congratulate them on Public Works Week. So before I present this to you, and the director is Craig Clifton, there he is. These are the team, and there's more of them, of course, who are out there in the trenches in the middle of the night sometimes, working on things, emergency situations. They're clearing the snow, putting out the sandbags, and these guys do a lot. They maintain our green spaces, a lot of them, and I just thank you all for doing your job and many times being unrecognized for how essential you are to our city and the quality of life we enjoy and the safety in our city as well. So thank you so much for all that you do. I know words only mean so much, but if you know me, you know I really mean it. So thank you. And council thanks you as well. And I'm going to present this proclamation to you for Public Works Week. Look forward to celebrating each of you.
See what you did? I have to apologize. I'm not great at public speaking. These guys and ladies didn't know I was going to do this. But what you have standing before you right now is a little over 160 years of experience with Public Works. Like the mayor said, this isn't everybody. Don't have enough room to bring everybody in the room. We have a little over 95 people that are part of our department. And I just wanted to bring them forward just so they can see, so you can see as the public, exactly who we have and who's taking care of this city. First we have is Alton Tucker, has 15 years of experience. He's a field operations officer for the department, superintendent. We have, he didn't want to come, but Brian Grace. He's a heavy equipment operator. He didn't know what he was coming in for, but he has over 19 years of experience here. Most of you know Bobby Thomas. He's grounds maintenance superintendent, a little over 15 years of experience, City of Warner Robins. Randy Jackson, he's a crew leader with our grounds maintenance division, has 13 years of experience. Also, a little bit about Randy, he stepped forward and helped us out with our training program. A lot of public works departments throughout the state of Georgia don't have such a program, but we try to train our own employees on equipment and CDLs I'll speak about in a little bit. And Randy was very vital in trying to get the training program started. So it helps our people out. Instead of getting somebody off the street, we promote from within, at least tried to. We have Mr. Kent Jordan, or Brother Jordan, as a lot of people know him. He's our street operations superintendent, has 35 years with the City of Warner Robins. He handles our asphalt division along with central receiving and some of our sanitation operations he helps out with. Ben Chapman, he's a driver for our department. He has 3 years experience. Ben has been also a vital role in our training program. He helps with our CDL training. You've heard us talk a little bit about it with the city, and as far as some type of CDL training, a lot of departments don't have that type of operation, but we're able to do that, train from within also to help these individuals get a CDL license, which helps the city and helps the Public Works Department. And he's served a vital role. CDL, for a lot of people don't know, is commercial driver's license. but he's served a vital role in that. I believe we've had 3 that are in training now that have their training CDL license. So that's great for our department and great for the city. We have Marie Cabello, Lucy, as she likes to be called. She's our central receiving supervisor. A lot of people don't know what central receiving is. That's basically the hub of the city. Any type of supplies that any department uses go through central receiving. And she handles a little bit over a couple thousand different types of supplies that go through her hands and through her division's hands on a daily basis. We got Gary Hawley, vehicle maintenance superintendent with 15 years. He handles our vehicle maintenance division, handles all the vehicles that we have in the department and with other departments around the city. Anything needs any type of repairs comes through vehicle maintenance, from small as a chainsaw up to heavy equipment as dozers and stuff like that. We have Matthew Porter. Oh, he's back in the back. Okay. Matthew Porter, he's our welder. He's been seen here recently. They have a couple photos. He helped out with community and economic development's aviation commercial project over there. He helped out with the welding project over there and a couple other things. He's helping out with the Haven Hope project also over there, doing some things with the air conditioning units over there. So you can see we do other things besides vehicle maintenance and besides just helping out our department. Marcus Winfield, he's a crew leader with over 13 years of experience with the city of Warner Robins. He brings experience. He's with the grounds maintenance division. He has his own personal business that he operates, so he brings that type of experience over to Public Works, and as far as mowing goes and everything like that, probably has over 20 years of experience in mowing and grounds maintenance. We have Ricky Simmons. Ricky Simmons, he's kind of a special guy. He's got over 13 years of experience. You may have seen Ricky. He's on the roadways that you drive through on a daily basis. All the trash that you see on the roadways, Ricky's basically in charge of that, and he helps out with our community service. So all the tonnage that you see at the end of the year when the mayor talks about the tonnage of trash that's picked up throughout the city, it's Ricky and his crews and the community service that pick that up on a daily basis. So I really appreciate all these people. I appreciate the mayor, council allowing us to come forward, and we love working for the city. A lot of these people, unfortunately not myself, but a lot of these people here, a lot of your employees are from here, and they take pride in what they do. You know, it's special to have something like this. Larger cities, you don't really see that a lot, but here you do. But I appreciate everything you do and appreciate you backing us 100%. Thank you very much.
All right, so we have made it through our proclamations, awards, and presentations. Started off a little emotional this meeting, but I hope it shows you how much we operate as family here in the city of Warner Robins government. Now, it's come to the point of our agenda where we are supposed to be exiting for executive session for potential and pending litigation. I will await a motion.
Mayor, I move for us to go into executive session to discuss pending litigation.
And I'll second that, Mayor.
Motion by Councilman Lawrenson, seconded by Councilman Bibb. All in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Motion carries unanimously. And we will now be exiting for executive session. We do not know how long it'll be until we return, but we will be returning to continue the rest of our agenda. We don't anticipate a long delay in starting our agenda, but we look forward to seeing you all when we get back, if you can stay. Thank you. All right, so we are back. I will request a motion that we go back into regular session.
Mayor, I make a motion, we return to regular session.
Motion by Councilman Lashley, seconded by Councilman Lawrenson. All in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Aye. Motion carries. On to agenda item number 1, which is the formal public comments portion. Anyone have something to say about agenda item number 2 through item number 10? You have your opportunity now to approach the podium and let your voice be heard. You will have 3 minutes. Please state your name and address for the record. Neither council nor I can respond to you, but we are listening. The door is now open for formal comments on agenda items only. Going once, going twice. The door is now closed. All right, now we're to agenda item number 2, which is the consent agenda to be discussed by Councilman Curtis.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. The approval of the minutes from May 5th, 2025. A resolution for employee promotions for Mr. Tamario Washington, promoted from utility maintenance worker 2 to rotor operator, to be effective May 26, 2025. A resolution for Hayes HVAC, make sure we keep it cool in here. A resolution for USIC Locating Services LLC, to ensure that our water lines and gas lines don't get tore up. Purchasing items for stormwater compliance for $136,479.50, another 52 cents, I'm sorry. Stormwater compliance for $10,660.80. General, another one for general admission for $10,056.90.
I second that motion.
Motion by Councilman Curtis, seconded by Councilman Holmes. Any discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 3 is a resolution for a memorandum of agreement to be discussed by Councilman Lawrenson.
Thank you, Mayor. I motion to approve a resolution to authorize Mayor LaRonda W. Patrick to execute the attached memorandum of agreement with the Ocmulgee River Soil and Water Conservation District that governs land distributing activities by meeting or exceeding the standards, requirements, and provisions of the Erosion and Sedimentation Act of 1975, Georgia Laws 1975, page 994, as amended to date.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Motion by Councilman Lawrenson, seconded by Councilman Bibb. Any discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 4 is an ordinance for Code Enforcement Board to be discussed by Councilman Lashley.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I make a motion to approve the ordinance to amend Chapter 16 nuisances of the Code of the City of Warner Robins, Georgia, to establish a code enforcement board consistent with OCGA 36-74-1, to define the powers of the code enforcement board, to outline the notice and hearing procedures, to provide for effective dates, to repeal all ordinance in conflict herewith, and for other purposes. I would like to waive that second reading, and the full ordinance can be found in the packet or online.
I second.
Motion by Councilman Lashley, waiving the second reading, seconded by Councilman Curtis. Any discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 5 is an ordinance for a City of Warner Robins classification plan to be discussed by Councilman Bibb.
Thank you, Mayor. I make a motion to approve the ordinance for the changes to the City of Warner Robins classification plan as follows. Reactivate the position of Maintenance Supervisor, Rec, Job Class 709, Grade 16, Authorized Strength of 1, Recreation, Parks, and Cultural Services Department. Deactivate the position of Building Maintenance Supervisor, Job Class 165, Grade 16, authorized strength of 1, General Admission Department, and move the incumbent employee to the position of Maintenance Supervisor, Rec, Job Class 709, Grade 16, authorized strength of 1, Rec Department, Parks and Cultural Services. And I would like to waive the second reading, and you can find the full ordinance, can be found online or in the packet.
And I'll second that motion.
Motion by Councilman Bibb, waiving the second reading, seconded by Councilman Lawrenson. Any discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 6 is an ordinance for a code, Section 27, to be discussed by Councilman Bibb.
Thank you again, Mayor. I make a motion to approve the ordinance to appeal Chapter 2, Article 1, Division 1 of the City Code as follows. City Code Section 2-7, to prohibit a bullion shall be deleted in its entirety, and I would like to waive the second reading. And you can find this full ordinance in the packet or online.
And I'll second that as well.
Motion by Councilman Bibb, waiving the second reading, seconded by Councilman Lawrenson. Any discussion?
Yes, I'd just like to mention that we learned before that this is just taking out something that's in our city, and it's kind of overlapping and overlaying something else that we already have in there, and so we're deleting this because it's already mentioned in there. So,
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand.
aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Item number 7 is a motion for a change order to be discussed by Councilman Holmes.
Thank you, Mayor. I bring before you a motion to approve change order number 5 to the contract with Pro Construction of Georgia to provide labor and materials needed to paint the interior and exterior of the Haven Hope House to not exceed $40,775. I move for the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Councilman Holmes, seconded by Councilman Lashley. Any discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 8 is a motion for the, you know what? What is this? Bureau Veritas? Veritas, North America, to be discussed by Councilman Curtis.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. A motion to approve as presented proposal and rate schedule for Bureau Veritas North America for the provision of certain on-call standby engineering inspections and code enforcement services.
I second that motion.
Motion by Councilman Curtis, seconded by Councilman Holmes. Any discussion? This is for engineering services plan review. Mr. Drinkard will address.
Madam Mayor, this is one of 2 contracts on this evening's agenda to address on-call and standby engineering services. This particular one also accounts for certain plan review and code enforcement services. But this is to augment the capacity of city staff to help us stay within our target of a 2-week turnaround on plan review and some other things, speed along some of our city projects with respect to design and implementation, and then bolster some additional services. The expenses on both this contract and the one that is a little later on the agenda, there are rate schedules in there, and the use of the services would be based on when we need them.
Thank you, Mr. Drinkard. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 9 is a motion for a rollback rate to be discussed by Councilman Lawrenson.
Thank you, Mayor. I motion to certify the City of Warner Robins 2025 estimated rollback millage rate in accordance with House Bill 581 and House Bill 92 at 8.9530.
I'll second that, Mayor.
Motion by Councilman Lawrenson, seconded by Councilman Bibb. Any discussion? I'll say that for this certification of estimated rollback rate, we are adopting the previous years because we do not have a current digest, but we still do have to vote on an official millage rate later on in the year. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Item number 10 is a resolution for Falcon Design Consultants to be discussed by Councilman Lashley.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I make a motion to approve the resolution to authorize Mayor LaRonda W. Patrick to execute the attached contract between Falcon Design Consultants and the City of Warner Robins, Georgia, whereby Falcon Design Consultants will provide certain on-call and standby engineering services.
I second.
Motion by Councilman Lashley, seconded by Councilman Curtis. Any discussion? All those in favor, please state aye and raise your hand. Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you all. We have made it to the end of our numbered agenda items. The next portion will be for citizen comments. If any here who would like to make some comments, you can approach the podium. Please be sure to state your name and address for the record. And you will have 3 minutes on the clock of the rotunda, and neither council nor I can respond to you, but we are listening to you. The door is now open.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jimmy Roberts, 120 Kevin Court on the north side of town. Just got a couple of issues. When will the bathrooms for Alberta Park be ready? King Drive, from the fall of last year until now, they're not keeping the grass cut. I don't know if I know it's some city, but I know it's some people personal. And if it's personal, maybe we can put a note on their door if you can't keep it cut. Maybe the city would charge you to keep it cut. There's starting to be a lot of snakes crawling now because of the kids trying to meet at the bus stop. Could we get more patrols in that area, especially at 120 Kevin Court? In Kevin Court, they're all elderly. They had someone move into that area maybe a month ago, and he got arrested. They're terrified over there. They feel like there are people walking up and down that street, and it would be helpful if we could get a patrol over there. There's a ditch, and I've discussed that with Mr. Holmes. He's done basically all he could do. We need the whole board to help. There's a ditch back behind Kevin Court that we just asked maybe the county can come out there and clean it out. Those elderly people don't have any extra money to hire anyone to clean that ditch. And it used to be for a while, before some of y'all new members got up here, that the county did go by there and cut it. And there's a street light on Kevin Court. I've talked to the city of Warner Robins, the Flint Electric, and they told me to talk to the city. The light is turned toward the house instead of turned toward the street. And I went and talked to Mr. Ken. Mr. Ken suggested I bring it to y'all, and y'all give him the go-ahead to turn that light back toward the street so we can get it lit. Most of the time with my sisters over there and those elderly neighbors, I basically go over there at night and just kind of like do my own patrolling. And I'm not ashamed to tell y'all, if I see some illegal activities, I'm gonna shoot first and call the police second. Thank y'all for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. All right, next up we have a special guest, and the floor is still open, but I see them there. And these are some members of the Quilts of Valor. And I want them to come forward and share some information about their organization and the significance in our community, and take note of the beautiful quilts they are holding in their hands. Yes, please approach the podium. We'd love to hear about this and also see some of your quilts, and for council and I to take a photo with you if you would allow.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Thank you for having us. My name is Carmelita Williams. I'm at 115 Lookout Trail. That's Warner Robins 31093. Miss Deborah Fingles and Miss Cheryl Milton. We are we are Middle Georgia Quilts of Valor. We are a Quilt of Valor group, a nonprofit organization dedicated to making and awarding service members and veterans with comforting and healing quilts of valor. Quilts of Valor is a nationwide organization with over 500 groups, and I grabbed some numbers here. Since Quilts of Valor has been in inception since 2003, they have awarded 410,000 quilts, or over 410,000 quilts of valor. Georgia quilts groups have awarded 4,688 quilts, and since January of 2015, Georgia has awarded 285 quilts, and we still have 361 yet to date to be awarded. These are some of the quilts that we do award. We're not the only ones making them. It is a national organization, and a lot of organizations, group members, and some volunteers, they just come in and they make quilts, and then they say, hey, I have a quilt for you to present. We have some men and women that make the quilts, and they want to, they give them to us to present, and they also will label them. They'll label them. Quilts of Valor, like I said, has been around since 2003, and they do have, they are 501, as I said, but they do have a strong organization. We have, and we're always looking for folks to nominate, so we have pamphlets here if you want, and we also have nomination cards. So members can be nominated, for those. We are Middle Georgia Quilts of Valor. These two ladies have been doing this for a while. I just got on like late last year, and they are spectacular, let me tell you. But we just started the group February of this year, so we're fairly new, but we have been doing this for a while. And thank you. If there are any questions. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you all being here. It's my fault for not seeing you earlier, to have you earlier come up, but it's okay, because council and I want to take a picture with you all and the quilts. So can we do that real quick? Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's do that. And thank you all so much for being here and for everything you do for our veterans.
Thank you all.
All right, thank you so much to the Middle Georgia Quilts of Valor for being here today and sharing your beautiful quilts and the service you provide to veterans across the nation. Thank you for all you do. We'll do our part to help spread the word. All right, will there be any others who'd like to approach the podium?
I'm Nolan Opegard. I'm from 411 Devon Court, so I'm like southwest side of town. I don't know if this is an issue that's like specific to my street, but and I don't know how long we've been doing this, but there's a second garbage truck that goes around now that I think is intended to pick up bigger items that can't go in trash cans. But I've seen this get used more for people throwing away boxes for online orders. And it's become kind of pervasive, and it's a problem because it storms a lot, and then all the trash blows away or floats down the street rivers to the nearest drainage, thing, which happens to drain right behind my house. And I don't know if, I'm not saying we need to like get rid of that second truck, but maybe if it only was picking up things that couldn't go in trash cans, so not like a box that's this big full of whatever junk they also happen to have in their house or something like that. I think that'd be nice. There's been dirty diapers blowing down the street, 60-mile-an-hour winds, or metal ribbons from broken tape measures. And today I was picking up boxes from last night's storm, and there were batteries in it, electronics. Yeah. So I guess that's it.
What street is that, sir?
411. I'm on Devon Court.
Devon Court?
Devon Court, okay. Southwest side of town. Hardly in town, but it is.
What was the last name again?
Opegard. O-P-P-E-G-A-R-D.
Thank you, Mr. Opegard. I appreciate you sharing that information with us. Will there be any others? Going once, going twice. The door is now closed. Thank you all for being here. Now we have made it to council comments, and the first person up today is Councilman Lashley.
Oh, thank you. Very momentous evening tonight, retiring of Mr. Langston, 37 years with our Animal Control Division. That's quite a bit of time. I know he did everything he could always do to help that situation out. It's not the kind of place that gets a lot of accolades because of just the nature of what the job is, but he did it with pride, and it shows in the people that he has working for him. So really appreciate him. Miss Jessica with 35 years, and then again, every month we say the same thing, man. It's got to be a great place to work if we have people that work here that long. Public Works Department, recognizing them, I mean, they would be, our city would come to a grinding halt if it wasn't for our departments that we have, and that's one of the main ones for sure. And then last, I don't know how we all made it through without just having to stop for an hour and hug, but with the passing of Argo and and Officer Lambert, and the heartfelt sadness that he had, we feel it for him, and we're praying for him, and we appreciate the hard work that Argo put in for our city. And other than that, Hoco's playing baseball right now for the state championship. It's I think it's 2-1. They're playing Noonan, so it's 2-1 right now. But it's a doubleheader tonight. I think you have to stream it. But they're they may not be from our school. I didn't go to school there. My kids go to school there, but it's still they're local people representing the community. So maybe say a prayer for them. Hopefully they can pull it out. And they play a doubleheader tonight, and then the final game would be tomorrow. So it's best of 3. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say. It's been an honor to be up here today, an honor to see a good man retire, another young lady get another 35 years, and to honor Argo. It's been a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Lashley. Councilman Holmes.
Thank you, Mayor. I was about to say, teacher, he cheated. He looked on my paper and said the same thing I wrote down.
You taught me well.
But again, dittos to what was said. We cannot give enough praise to those individuals that have given their service to the city of Warner Robins and to the public as much and as long as they have. I thank you for that. I thank you for Mr. Roberts for coming again to us and talking to us, and he's brought these issues, and I'll talk to him too personally about some things that I personally requested you have some concerns about. The latest quilts of Vela, thank you so much for bringing those beautiful quilts to us. And a point of personal privilege I'd like to close on. I'd like to thank my wife for tolerating me for 57 years yesterday.
All right, congratulations on your anniversary, Councilman Holmes. Councilman Curtis.
Thank you again, Madam Mayor. Mr. Greg Langston, I just want to say to him, happy retirement. I hope you have a happy and healthy retirement. It's been a pleasure working with him, and he most definitely would truly be missed. Jessica, 35 years, that's a long time. When I first came onto council, she was one of the first people I had the opportunity to work with. She is very helpful, and she has done a lot for the city of Warner Robins. I'm gonna just say his name, Argo. Argo. Public Works, they always stand on 10 toes. They keep us right, and they keep the city right. So I truly appreciate everything that they do and what they're going to continue to do for the city of Warner Robins. Again, happy anniversary, Godfather.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you for your mentorship and everything that you have done for me. And last but not least, I just want to wish my wife a happy birthday today. Love you, and I truly appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, thank you, Councilman Curtis. Now, Councilman Bibb.
Thank you, Mayor. That's why they were making googly eyes at each other. Found out. It's a birthday. All right, I got it. All right. A lot of good things on the agenda, really, even though it was small. We had some couple groups of consultants on there that's going to help further the city and help us with our customer service as we serve the people of Warner Robins. I'm really excited about number 4 also. We just brushed over that a little bit, but the Code Enforcement Board is going to be big, and I think it's big from the mayor and all the council members on down to help get our city clean and to take care of some of the blight and some of the people that in our city that just need a little push. That's all right. They just need a push and a little helping hand up to make sure that we clean up our city. So we're all excited about that. Mr. Roberts, thank you for your comments. Thank you for walking the streets, but be careful, man. You know our city now. Be careful out there. And thank you for looking after our city and coming, bringing those things before us today. Jessica, 35 years. I will say that, Mr. Curtis, when I first came in here, she was one of the first faces I seen, and a smiling face at that. Always had a smile, always got a smile on her face, and always asking, and she's just a great employee. Greg, hope you sail off into your retirement and enjoy. He said he's going to make sure he enjoys it. Thank you for the service of the city. I also want to mention the Public Works Week and all the Mr. Clifton, how he recognized all his employees. You could tell it was heartfelt. He said he wasn't a public speaker, but I think he did a great job. And so if we ever need any public speaking, you might want to call him and get him to come do it. But he recognized his employees and put a lot of thought into how many years of service he had up here. And it just goes to show what great employees that we have at the city of Warner Robins. you don't really, you see a lot of stuff going on around town, see things happening, but you just really don't know until it affects you, right? Until it really hits you hard. The other day I was chilling out at the house, and me and my lady over there, and I went to get some water, and the water didn't work. The water didn't work, but they didn't have no water. And so I called Mr. Monty Waters and said, hey, I ain't got no water. And he said, sir, you're going to have to call 911 just like everybody else. You ain't getting no favors. And so I said, really? 911? That's what we do? He said, yeah, you call 911. Let them know you ain't got no water. I said, really? Call 911. He said, really? So I called 911. I didn't get no favors. But I say that to tell you this. I know that the city employees were on the job. And I know that when I woke up the next morning, I was 100% sure that I was going to be able to take a shower. Because I knew the city employees were on that. Even though my phone kept ringing from everybody in the neighborhood saying, hey, we ain't got no water. We ain't got no water. And I said, I guarantee you when you wake up tomorrow, you're going to be able to take a shower. So just go on to sleep. It's late. You'll have some water in the morning. And sure enough, we got up to take a shower. But you never really understand how important city employees are. Here I'm going to bed, but they're over there digging in the neighborhood, fixing a pipe, so a whole community can have water in the morning to take showers. So that I'm forever grateful to be a part of the city of Warner Robins and all the city employees and what you do on a daily basis to make our city continue to run and be one of the best cities in the state of Georgia. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Thank you very much for the opportunity to work alongside you guys and ladies.
Thank you, Councilman Bibb. Councilman Lawrenson.
Hey, thank you very much, Mayor. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak today. And I didn't know it was Mr. Holmes' anniversary, but happy anniversary, Miss Holmes, especially Mr. Holmes. You're a lucky man. And I know your wife is a special lady. She was my teacher when I was in first grade. And she was a great teacher, too. We love her. We love him. I also want to congratulate Mr. Greg Langston on his retirement. What a well-deserved retirement. When I think about animal control, I think about him all the time. And it's amazing. We have Miss Jessica tonight celebrating 35 years of service. We have some really fantastic employees in every one of our departments. We had our Public Works Department come up here tonight. I mean, those are great people, and they're very dedicated, and they do their job with pleasure, and they do it with a great attitude. And I've had many people tell me, Charlie says, like, we get calls and stuff, like if the trash don't get picked up, I'm the one on the street everybody calls, or whatever, anything, the water goes out, but also I get so many times where people say, hey, this happened today, and it was one of our people. It might have been a police officer or a fireman. My goodness. Just so many times I hear from them about the great things that each and every one of our employees do, and that is a blessing. It just really brightens our day, because we do get the calls saying, hey, what happened here? But we love getting those other calls too. I also wanted to say that I was very excited about the establishment of the Code Enforcement Board. I'm excited to get some citizens on that thing and get it going. It's going to do something really great for our city. I want to thank the mayor and Mr. Drinkard I'm going to give you guys the credit for getting this thing going, because I think it was a great idea, and I think it's going to really, really work well. And hopefully we can get some real passionate citizens on there that can do a great job. And that's the one thing I think. We talk about how can we improve as a city. That's an area where I think we can improve by leaps and bounds and really accomplish something great. Because our citizens care. They care about how our city looks. They care about how it operates, and it's been a pleasure to be able to assist with that. Also, one last thing, I wanted to mention the comments about Argo. Man, that was moving. And I'm not like an animal person or a dog person, but man, I could just feel that officer's passion for that dog and what they went through, their relationship all those years. And that is just tremendous. And then to see all the K-9 officers up there, boy, that was just really a blessing tonight. So what a great meeting. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. All right. And I'll just have a couple of words. Thank you for highlighting the championship game, Councilman Lashley. And I want us to do better as a city government at recognizing those different high-level state awards and things for our students in school. So we can start inviting them to city council at the beginning of council, so we can congratulate them in front of, so the whole city can congratulate them here. So when they come back with the win, when Houston County, is it baseball team? Yeah. The Houston County baseball team comes back, we've got to have them here. So somebody set that up. And that goes for everything from theater to cheer to dance to soccer to fishing, all the different extracurriculars we have in our school system. Let's love on them here and invite them so we can all congratulate them when they get those big high-level awards. For code enforcement, it's mentioned by Councilman Bibb, but the things that you're seeing with code enforcement, with moving code to the police department, the different enhancements and best practices we'll be doing for code, including bringing in the 2 new engineering firms that's going to help us with not just some code enforcement enhancements, but also with development. We're growing fast. Sometimes we're backlogged in plan review and things like that, but now we'll have extra help to get through things quickly so that our constituents are happy when the developments are moving without interrupting their timeline. So I hope you guys see how much effort we're putting into the things that you all tell us you need, because each one of those came from someone in our community telling us that's what they need to see from us. And we move quick to make it happen, and we'll always do that as much as possible, but we still do our due diligence first because we have to be good stewards of taxpayer dollars. But I just wanted to highlight that and to thank you to everyone that's involved in those projects. And one more time, congratulate Councilman Holmes and his lovely bride, Miss Rosa, on their wedding anniversary. Many of us will never know what it's like to be joined as one with a person for over 50 years. So that is a blessing, and I'm so proud of you both for being that shining example for our community. So thank you, and with that, I will say that our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.